You know, markets are always shifting, but they never stay the same. They're either going up or they're going down. The markets are always in flux. So sometimes people worry, hey man, I'm worried about this next recession. I don't even worry about recessions anymore. I mean, I've been through so many of them, you just get used to it. In fact, everybody says, you think we're going to have one? I'm like, you better believe we're going to have one. It's a part of the economic cycle. You're going to have recessions, you're going to have recoveries, recessions, recoveries. So once you recognize that and acknowledge it, you don't have to let it get upset you. You can plan and prepare for that. So in any case, relative back to flipping, I get this asked a lot because markets are always shifting. Well, what should we do right now? We're at the peak of a market. Properties are so expensive, people are outbidding each other, there's no more inventory, you can't find the deals, blah, 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 all these limiting beliefs, okay? I'm not saying those concerns are real, they're real. I mean, I live in the world too, those things are real. But it doesn't mean that they stop us from investing. You have to have alternative strategies. So here's one I want to give you, and I'll give you some others later on. Let's say everybody and their uncle's flipping single-family homes. You don't have to flip single-family homes. Flip multi-unit buildings, okay? For example, 4-plexes, 10-plexes, 15-plexes. The first property multi-unit I ever flipped was a 15-unit building, okay? And I learned this from a strategy. There's a way you can invest in real estate through REITs, R-E-I-T, Real Estate Investment Trust. You've probably heard of it. Well, what REITs are doing is, if you think it, look at their strategy, look at the period of time they hold properties, when they buy them, when they sell them, what they do with the rents. They're actually flipping multi-unit buildings, and you can do the same thing. So think about it. Let's say you just flip a simple 4-plex. You got 4 units, okay? Throughout the year, each lease is going to come due. So what you do is, as a lease comes due, you don't release that property. You keep the other 3 rented, but you pull this unit out of service and you rehab it. Make it a higher end property. A little bit better carpeting, a little bit better cabinetry, painting, tile, fixtures, or so, the whole 9 yards. So you can raise the rents on that unit throughout the year. That goes back in the market, right? That property, once it's remodeled, you rent it for more money. Then you do the 2nd unit, then you do the 3rd unit, and then you finally do the 4th unit. At the end of the year, you've rehabbed all 4 units. Of course, you should have paid attention to the exterior, landscaping, brick pointing, so forth and so on. Well, now that 4-unit building is worth a lot more money. Not just because you remodeled everything, but more importantly because you raised the rents on the property, which makes the property a lot more valuable using the income approach to valuation, okay? Great little strategy, it works wherever you are. I don't really care what market you're in, you can always flip multi-unit buildings. But the point is this, if you're at or near the peak in your market, and you're tired of trying to compete for the single-family homes, go get some multi-units and flip those, okay? All right, I'll give you another strategy here coming up in a minute for all you agents who are working with investors. So hang tight for just a second. I'll be right back.